and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace, and with me now is Greg Watson, Global Head of Sales for Fenergo, and we're discussing digitalising the client lifecycle for efficiency and client experience. Hello Greg, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Firstly, having worked on the bank side, what do current client lifecycle management processes look like in most banks?
So suboptimal is probably the best way to describe it. They tend to be manual, they tend to be fragmented, they tend to be expensive because of that fragmentation. I think generally the client experience is negative as a result of that. There tends to be delays in time to revenue, there tends to be struggles in being compliant. So on the whole, most banks that we talk to are on some form of a journey to meet some form of CLM vision. Some are right at the beginning, some are fairly advanced, but nobody yet I think has completely licked the whole thing.
All right, and what benefits will a digitalised CLM process deliver to a bank's Chief Operations Officer?
So I think they're fairly varied. So I think there are total cost of ownership savings in terms of the reduction of fragmentation in their infrastructure. I think there are some fairly significant benefits around the cost to comply, be it from a change to the bank or from a compliance department. I think there are certainly some frontline benefits, be it client service, but also time to revenue. There's some fairly material reductions you can make in the time to revenue. And then ultimately there's an ability to save in your operational overhead, and that could be a reduction in headcount, either from an avoidance or an outright reduction.
And finally, Greg, what 3 pieces of advice would you give to a bank considering investing in a CLM solution?
So I think the first thing to do is to really have a strategy and then to understand your current state. And by current state, I mean, what is your data, what shape your data in, how are your processes, what do your policies look like? Do some work around that, harmonise that as much as possible, develop a target operating model. And then I think finally really important to have a product owner, somebody who can make that bridge between the sponsor's vision and the folk on the ground at the SME level who are defining the requirements, at least until you get to a steady state CLM type vision.
Greg, this has been great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.